For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check out g2a.com, and if you need any Ultimate Team coins, then head over to FIFA. The code CHES will get you a discount on both sites, and all links are down below. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 28 of the Liverpool career mode here on FIFA 15. Yesterday we had the red half of Manchester in the Barclays Premier League. Today we face the blue half, but it's a slightly more important game. This one is the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley, no less. Of course, the winner of this game, as you can see, will be through to face Hull City in the final, reaching the FA Cup final for back-to-back years, losing to Arsenal last year, but they beat the way past Leicester City with a 3-2 scoreline, and they'll face either myself or Man City in the final at Wembley a little bit later on in the season. So Hull really on a great run of cup form to get to the final 2 years in a row. Question is, who will be joining them? Will it be ourselves or will it be the blue half of Manchester? They're starting Edinson Cavani up top with Milner, Nasri, Yaya Toure at cam, with Fernando and Fernandinho as the holding mids. So no sign of David Silva, which is a little bit concerning for them. Might affect their creativity a little bit. But we were going to have the first chance of the game, as you can see here, Rudiger. And we were going to get the first goal of the game as well through the young German. Fantastic header from that corner. He scored his first goal for the club from a corner and scoring from a set piece yet again. But the accuracy in that header, just to flick it up and over the goalkeeper and into the far back side of the net, was absolutely fantastic. And he's actually going to get on the end of this set piece as well, but this time Willian Caballero's on hand to make a good save up towards his top right hand side. But Antonio Rudiger almost scores 2 goals in the first 25 minutes of his first ever FA Cup semi-final. Incredible performance for the centre back, but Lallana is latching onto the ball here, racing away, gets it around the corner to Raheem Sterling. He's got Daniel Sturridge in the box to aim for. The question is, what sort of balls do you play? Play it through the air, good first touch, gets it past the defender, but Caballero's there again to make a good save down low. And after half an hour, it really wasn't too much of a surprise that the next clip was going to come at this end of the pitch as well. Lallana knocks it down. It was meant to be a pass, but he knocked it down to himself. Finds Schneiderlin, blocked by Nastasic, but it loops up into the back of the net. Horrendous goal to concede from Manchester City's point of view, but fantastic for us. 2 minutes before half-time, we make it Liverpool 2 and Manchester City 0 in the FA Cup final. If you watch Nastasic, he's got his hands behind his back. He's trying to not give away a penalty for handball, but he leans into it and it hits him, loops up. Willy Caballero's already committed to the dive, and he can do nothing about it as it drops inside the sticks and gives us a 2-0 lead. Yaya Toure, though, links up with Edinson Cavani. Great feet there, and a drilled finish inside the near post means that it's Liverpool 2, Manchester City 1. And if you remember when we played them in the league earlier on in the season, we were 2-0 up against them at the Etihad, and they came back to draw 2-2, and Yaya Toure scored their first goal then as well. Jose Rodriguez, though, breaking into the box here as we head into the last 10 minutes, finds Lallana, a swept finish into the far bottom corner. This time City are not coming back. It's Liverpool 3, Manchester City 1, and we're going to the FA Cup final, boys. 3-1 scoreline with less than 5 minutes to go. Surely City can't get themselves back into this. Jose Rodriguez racing away. I ran out of space, just had to shoot, but it worked. 4-1 the scoreline at Wembley. Hesse getting the last and final goal of the goal scoring in today's game. 4-1 the scoreline. Delighted to get through to the FA Cup final. So we've won the Capital One Cup. We're in the FA Cup final. We're through to the semi-finals of the Champions League, the first leg of which comes up now. And who have we got? It's Chelsea, and the memories come flooding back from a few years ago. Luis Garcia in the Champions League semi-final. Liverpool versus Chelsea. The ball cleared off the line, but goal given. Will we have any such drama in this particular competition? As you can see, Bayern Munich winning 5-0 against Zenit in the first leg of their semi-final. So pretty sure that it's going to be the winner of this game to play, or the winner of these 2 legs, to play Bayern Munich in the final, because I don't really see Zenit St. Petersburg coming back from that, to be completely honest. We're trying a strong-ish side, but all 3 of today's games actually come within a 1 week span of time. So we played on Sunday in the FA Cup semi-final. We were the second semi-final. Obviously the first one would have been played on the Saturday, and then we're playing on the Tuesday here against Chelsea, which was incredibly difficult. Just a 48-hour gap between games. Question was, though, we were so dominant against Manchester City. Can we continue that in this game? We're going to start on the front foot, as you can see. Balotelli finds Coutinho. Good shot, well blocked by Dave. Gerrard on the follow-up. Not such a good shot. Left-footed volley flies well high and wide, of course, trying to make up for the slip last year. Steven Gerrard here. Douglas Costa whips it in. Good header by Balotelli, but a good save by Petr Cech. Not too sure where Courtois is. I think he may have been sold earlier on in the window if memory serves, although I can't quite remember because I think Courtois moved in another series that we're doing as well. But Emre Can with a great turn inside. Surely it's 1-0. No, another top save by Petr Cech means that we stay goalless half an hour in. But we are going to pick up the corner. We are going to get another chance from the corner. Douglas Costa whips it in. It's going to drop onto the head of Emre Can, but it goes backwards. Schürrle tries to get away. Alexandro with a good tackle and a good shot, and another top save by Petr Cech keeps us out. We're dominant here, 4 goals against City. So far, plenty of chances against Chelsea, but not past the white line just yet. And then unfortunately, the header from the second corner goes over the top of the bar. But we're still coming forward in the first half. Coutinho out wide to Douglas Costa again. He was very heavily involved here, as you can see, cutting inside, twisting and turning with Willian. Balotelli gets the shot off. Good strong wrist from Petr Cech though to stop it from going into that bottom corner. It's 0-0, and these are the stats at half time. 10 shots, 6 on target to their 1 and none. But we stay at 0-0 as we head into the second half. Unbelievable stats, to be completely honest. For Champions League semi-finals to be this one-sided in the opening 45 minutes is pretty much unprecedented, apart from, of course, the Bayern Munich 5-0 in the other leg, in the other half of the draw in this particular competition. But we're relying on our goalkeeper there, Rene Adler, with a really good save to deny Diego Costa. It's really hard now. Now we've got Diego and Douglas Costa both on the pitch. But they brought on Eden Hazard and Cesc Fabregas. They both linked up there to set up Aspi down the outside. And that one pass took out 4 defenders. Incredible ball from Azpilicueta to set through Oscar to put Chelsea 1-0 in front from quite possibly just their, I think it was just their 3rd shot of the game. So it's 1-0 to Chelsea and an away goal no less after all of our domination. They go short from this corner a few minutes later. Douglas Costa and Matic seemingly not really going anywhere whatsoever. Matic just twisting and turning, not really able to break through, and then I expected him to turn back again, stands the ball up, and Oscar somehow squeezes in between those 2 defenders, and he scores his second and Chelsea's second away goal of this first leg. I could not believe my luck. All of the efforts that we had in the first half, and Chelsea are the side that get a 2-0 lead as we head into the last 5 minutes. Coutinho, great skill to get one final chance, but Petr Cech again makes a top save. So we lose the first leg 2-0. And that is quite possibly one of the most undeserving defeats we've had all season. Completely annihilated Manchester City, and for the majority of the game, completely annihilated Chelsea as well. But a 4-1 win is followed by a 2-0 defeat. So I was kind of a bit downbeat as we headed into this third and final game against West Brom away at the Hawthorns. Not the easiest of places to come, especially in real life now, of course, with Tony Pulis having taken over. Although they're not having the best of seasons in this particular series, as you can see, currently sat down there in 19th. A strong side though. They're playing Stefan Sessegnon up behind Brown Idei with Varela out wide. Graham Dorran's being played as a right winger, which is a bit out of the ordinary, especially when you have players like Chris Brunt on the bench and Blanco, etc. So not the obvious choice for a right winger, but there's still a decent side, West Brom. Decent strength at the back as well. We're playing, again, obviously a rotation side with Manquillo in there, Rudiger back thanks to his 2 goals against Manchester City, John Flanagan in there at left back, Fernando in at CDM, Markovic back from injury now, starting out on the right hand side, which is nice to see. We just need Jordan Henderson back because we've really missed him in the middle. Been a big miss for us. And as you can see, Hesse here drilling the ball wide of the post, unfortunately. Do pick up a free kick though, a few minutes later, 22 yards out. Lallana lays it off. It's actually going to be Hesse again to have the chance. Drilled straight at Boaz Myhill though, and unfortunately the experienced Welshman is able to get it away. And then the defender comes up, trumps for him, beating the attacker to the ball, and they hoof it, and it gets outside of, just out of any danger zone whatsoever. This is going to be their first chance, so Sessegnon has the chance for the shot, decides unselfishly to square it to Claudio Jakob, and with an open goal in front of him, he hits the outside of the post. A terrific chance for West Brom to get themselves in front there. They don't do it, and then we had to wait until 5 minutes from time to get the next chance. Adam Lallana here on the edge of the box dances inside really well. I didn't see the man at the far post. I could have squared it there. Markovic would have had an easy finish, but Lallana goes for glory himself, and they clear the ball. I was desperately unlucky there. I didn't even notice the man until I started editing at the back post there. So frustrated with myself, but the chance is still alive. Sturridge gets it outside to Hesse, who's going to cut inside really nicely here. Good shot, well saved by Myhill, and that really could have gone absolutely anywhere, but unfortunately it arrowed past the wrong side of the post, and we get a 0-0 draw away from home at West Brom. And this has been our main problem this year. Whenever our strikers, either Daniel Sturridge or Mario Balotelli don't score goals, the Manchester City performance aside, we really struggle to get goals from elsewhere on the pitch. The midfielders don't chip in at all, and our defenders haven't chipped in much this year either. Apart, again, the Manchester City game aside, we have really struggled for goals. So it's definitely a place where we need to improve in the next season. As you can see, only 41 goals scored from us in the 32 games that we've played so far, but we are still out of kilter with the rest of the teams above us, with at least one, if not two games in hand on a lot of the teams above us. So still plenty of work to do in the Barclays Premier League and plenty of time to do it in. And of course in the FA Cup final now as well. 2-0 down from the first leg of the Champions League semi, but we'll try our best to get through to the final in tomorrow's episode. And of course already won the Capital One Cup so far this season. So it is actually a very good season for us so far, despite the fact that our league form has been left a little bit wanting. So we'll hopefully continue our good form in the Cups in tomorrow's episode and try and pick up some wins in the league as well. But for now, that will bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. There will be a My Player episode later on tonight, of course, and it's an important one as well. Are we or are we not moving to Napoli from Lyon in the January transfer window with that shock offer from the Italian side? We'll have to wait and see. Drop this video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check all the links in the description, whether it be to my social media or Twitch or to UFIFA or G2A, and I will see you next time.